I'm here to do my last breastfeeding update. You heard right, my last one. My son is almost 11 months in a few days, and he completely weaned himself off the breast at exactly 10 months old. I want to just tell you everything that, what stuff we worked on while he was on this nursing strike, which I thought was, but mainly is just how he nursed around last, for I guess 10 months, because I think I do believe that I gave you guys an update at 9 months. So I have my little handy dandy notes, and let's go ahead and get started. Common questions that people will ask is, how often does your baby nurse? He used to nurse at 10 months, well, from 9 to 10 months. He nursed about 3 to 4 times a day. So he'll nurse in the morning, he would nurse before lunch, before dinner, and right before bed, or before dessert. So he'll nurse mostly 4 times, 3 times if for some reason he refused to nurse. How often does he nurse? It was about every 3 to 4 hours. Mainly I think he stuck to 3 hours, and then 4 hours was every time he ate. So like an hour before he was about to eat his certain meal, he would nurse. How long did he nurse for on each breast? He would nurse, I would say like 5 minutes each, so around 10 minutes total. But I started to notice around the beginning of September, which he was around reaching 10 months old. He would take one breast, and then sometimes he wouldn't take the other, and I thought maybe he wasn't that hungry. He was getting full around one breast. So the next feeding, I offered the other breast. Do I pump? Some people pump and nurse. I only pumped in the beginning of my nursing experience, and no, I did not pump. At 9 to 10 months, I did not pump. And did I supplement? No, I did not supplement either. A couple questions that some people will have is it normal for your baby to unlatch while they're breastfeeding? And yes, it is normal for your baby to unlatch. Don't think it's just, they're at that age that they're very curious and they're just being nosy and want to see what's going on. It's best to nurse your baby. If he's unlatching, it's best to nurse your baby somewhere where it's quiet, like their nursery or your room in a nice, quiet, dark place where there's not too much distractions. I mean, if there's no way that there's ever peace and quiet in your house, then you just gotta work with the baby. You just really have to have, someone just have your room nice and quiet, even if there's a lot of people there. Just have it quiet. Now, in the beginning of September, like I said in the beginning, I felt like he was self-weaning because he would nurse not on each breast, and in the beginning of September as well. Like, there was the night before he weaned himself off, or went on a nursing strike, but technically he weaned himself off. He didn't want to nurse in the evening. I was like, okay, try it again. The night he didn't. That's what I just thought that he was just getting sick or something. But that morning, when he didn't want to drink, from all night not drinking and then not wanting to drink in the morning and something, I know he just wasn't interested in that anymore. Now, he didn't take any bottles, but he did drink from a straw. He did drink water from a straw. Now, that being said, I had to introduce the bottle because I didn't have any other way to feed him. So, for the month of, or like 2 weeks into him being 10 months old, I would pump as much as I could, which is literally just 5 ounces of milk, and then just give him that. And he took the bottle. He warmed up to the bottle, took the bottle, and even if it's just having to distract him with other things, and just give it to him. And I did have to supplement with formula because I didn't have enough. The pump does not work the same as a baby's jaw. The pump is not going to take out enough milk as they would. Now, during that process, I still use breast pads the last month of him breastfeeding. I do not use any anymore. That's it. Like, even 2 weeks of me trying to get him back to breastfeeding, I did not use anymore. any more breast pads. I did get my period Amplo. I did get that at 9 months. So I got it at 9 months. I did get it at 10 months when he was 10 months old, but I got it very late. So I was actually thinking that he was, that I was pregnant. That's why he didn't want to nurse. Because sometimes when you're pregnant or your period is going to come, you have some hormonal changes that changes the taste of your milk. Sometimes a kid can have a nursing strike around this age because of teething. So you just got to get prepared for that. You've got to just wean it out. Just, you know, weed. I don't know how to explain it exactly. You just got to see, you know, the symptoms and signs. Always take your child to his doctor when they're refusing the breast and they're not taking anything else, because it could be a more serious problem. They could have an ear infection, they could have really bad teething pain, sinuses, anything like that. Another thing that helped me was giving him cold milk instead of warm milk because of his gums, because he was tugging a lot at his gums, and finger foods, you know. And just giving him colder finger foods, and that really helped out for us. If you have any questions, you know, let me know below. But yeah, the last month of breastfeeding was a weaning process for him. He wanted less and less milk. He drank faster. You know, he had shorter sessions. And that's it. He just completely weaned himself off, and in a good way. Like I say, I have a couple videos down below of the nursing strike updates that I did. And yeah, he's doing good now. The next video I'll be doing is his update, which I'll update you on everything except for nursing. But he is doing very well. He is taking formula perfectly fine, and it's okay. I just want to let people, don't beat yourself up for if your child doesn't want to breastfeed until they're a year old or whatever goal you have for your child. It's best, the way he did it was the best way, because he self-weaned himself and he's not suffering. He's a happy little baby. He eats solid foods fine and everything else. So it hurt me more than anything than hurting him. But I got over it pretty quickly. As long as my baby's healthy, then that's all that matters. And yeah, and I did it for as long as I could. I never gave up. I was not a quitter, and I definitely did not try to give up at all with nursing. But he really did refuse. Every time I put him to the breast, he'll just not want anything to do with it. And pumping, it's not really easy to pump and keep up with the supply. It's really hard. I even tried teas and stuff like that, and it still did not boost my supply up at all. Oatmeal, nothing did. And I didn't want to try fenugreek or anything like that, like pills. I don't want to take supplements. I just let it be, and that's it. But I hope you guys enjoyed all of my breastfeeding updates and my breastfeeding journey. I do plan on breastfeeding my other children if I ever have any more, but I will definitely, one regret is not introducing the bottle enough. You have to really introduce that bottle once a day by someone else, and just it has to be consistent, because if not, they're just not gonna want it. And I do recommend putting your own breast milk. Never try to put formula, because I think that's what we did as well. He didn't like the formula for the bottle. Try the bottle with breast milk in it, and that's the best way, because they're already familiar to that taste. So if you guys have any questions, just leave them down below, and I'll definitely answer them for you. Bye.